In 2012, I had been living in Australia for a couple of months. I was very lonely, I was very awkward, very quiet, and I didn't have much going on until someone I knew introduced me to One Direction, who I already knew because I watched them on the X Factor. I wanted them to win. I knew that they had recently come out with their first song, What Makes You Beautiful, so I knew them and I liked them, but I wasn't like a big fan of them at that point. But this girl I knew, she showed me a bit more of their songs and a bit more of like the fandom and funny videos of them, and I instantly fell in love with them. I didn't have much else, so the fact that I now had this new boy band meant so much to me, and it meant that every time I would listen to music, I would listen to their debut album, Up All Night. And then as the years went by, my tastes changed. I didn't really listen to One Direction anymore. I listened to more alternative music, a bit more rockier music, and then I eventually got more into classic rock, as I am very interested in now. I love classic rock. So I hadn't listened to this album for ages until around late 2019, where I was just on Spotify and playing around, and I thought, you know what I haven't listened to in a really, really long time? Up All Night. So I just played a couple of songs from this album and I thought, wow, just instantly the memories of living in Australia and being 12 and starting secondary school and all that just came flooding back. Like the pure innocence of and love that I had for this boy band meant so much to me, and it's amazing how just hearing a few of these songs just immediately transported me back to a much simpler time. So then I thought to myself, oh wow, like I don't really listen to CDs much, and I have so many songs on my phone that there's never going to be a moment where I just fully sit down and listen to a One Direction album. I wish it was on vinyl. And then I realised, well, the thing is, One Direction doesn't have a lot of their catalogue on vinyl. Sure, they did release 4 and Made in the AM on vinyl, but you can barely get them in the shops now, and they don't have all the tracks on them, they don't have the bonus tracks. I did manage to get those 2 on vinyl, but they are quite hard to come by. And so I thought, well, if their most recent albums are pretty hard to buy, then they're never going to have Up All Night, or even Take Me Home, or Midnight Memories. But I really, really wanted Up All Night because this album meant so much to me when I was a 12, 13-year-old girl, and it just means so much to me if I could have it in my vinyl collection. So for about a year, every few months, I would tweet at all the record companies and all the labels or anything like that was associated with One Direction, and I was like, please press Up All Night and the rest of One Direction's discography on vinyl. Everyone would want it, it'd be such a big thing, please. But I'd never heard anything, so I thought, well, I doubt that's ever gonna happen. Until December 2020, I'm in bed just checking my Twitter, and Urban Outfitters announced that they are releasing a limited exclusive translucent green double LP Up All Night album. I have never bought anything so fast. It was expensive, especially with the $30 shipping price, like Jesus Christ, but I thought, it doesn't matter, I've wanted this for so long, I'm gonna regret it if I don't buy it now. So I did buy it, and today it finally arrived, and I am so over the moon. I played it plays really well. It did skip on a song initially, which I thought, oh god, but once I cleaned it again, it played with no problems, so I'm very happy that it plays on my cheap record player. Just so you know, I do have an Audio Technica set up, but that's in a different flat, and because of lockdown, I'm not there. So I've got my cheap old record player, so yeah. Anyway, I was so happy that it played really well, and what even made me even happier is that this release has the bonus tracks. The CD didn't have the bonus tracks. Special souvenir editions of the album that came a bit later had the bonus tracks, and I loved the bonus tracks. So the fact that, the first vinyl release has the bonus tracks was amazing. They didn't even announce that it was coming with bonus tracks, it just came with the bonus tracks, and I'm just so over the moon because I've noticed that quite a few of my vinyl in my collection, they don't include the bonus tracks that are associated with that album. So the fact that this one does, I just think it really meant a lot, and it definitely made the price just a little bit more worthwhile. So yeah, that was something I was really happy about. I'm also happy about the colour of the record. It's like this translucent deep forest or dark green bottle type green, and that's really nice. When they advertised the record, the concept art kind of showed this opaque green that really looked like the colour of Shrek, which I thought, ooh, that's a bit of an odd choice, so I'm much happier with the finalised product. Personally, I've seen some fan-made concept art which I think would have been a better choice to go colour-wise. I think blue or cream would have worked really well, or alternatively, One Direction's like main associated colour with their brand is red, so red could have gone really well, but you know, they threw a curveball with this green, but I thought, hey, you know, it's pretty, so I'm happy, I'm not complaining. I like that they pressed the album onto 2 LPs, not just one, so you know, like the songs aren't too cramped on one disc, so that made me really happy. Tracks wise, even the songs I don't like that much on here, I still really enjoy. Like for me, there's no skips on this album, especially on vinyl. Like maybe if I was listening to Up All Night on my phone, I think I might skip 1 or 2, but on vinyl I am so happy to just let it play. What really shocked me is that there's some songs on this album that I've not listened to in 10 or 9 years, and yet I still remembered every word. It's like the 12-year-old in me came out and was like, I'm here now, I'm taking over for the day, and it just made me so happy. Even though this album is very much bubblegum pop, really early 2010s, kind of cringy, corny, nothing compared to the songs they were making towards the end of One Direction, I still find it very enjoyable. It's very upbeat, it's just very fun, very innocent. And there are some songs that I believe are still genuinely very good. I think Same Mistakes is severely underrated, and Zayn does an amazing job on that song. I just think it's just really sweet and really hits me where it hurts. Gotta Be You, I think, has some amazing strings, and I think Liam does a great performance on that. I Want was written by Tom Fletcher from McFly, and it really does sound like a McFly song. It's a really fun piano kind of rocker, which I think is really cool. Tell Me a Lie has some cool harpsichord. Everything About You is just so great. It's just something that, you know, a 12-year-old would love, and it's just really fun and upbeat and danceable. Same with Stole My Heart. Stole My Heart is a bop, and if you don't like it, you're not fun. I'm just kidding, but still, Stole My Heart is just such a tune. And then the bonus tracks like Stand Up I really like, I Just Should Have Kissed You is really cool, Moments is really emotional, and you know, they sound so sad when they're singing. I want to give Louis a hug when he sings in that song because he sounds like he's just about to burst into tears. And then of course it's got like What Makes You Beautiful and One Thing on here as well. Up All Night still gets me really hyped. It's just, you know, it has a perfect mix of like really fun upbeat songs and then like a little bit slower songs and a few ballads, but overall it's just a typical boy band album from the late 2000s and early 2010s, and I think it still really holds up. Obviously the tracks are not nearly as mature or as evolved as the music that, you know, One Direction was making back in 2015, and nothing compared to the music that all 5 members of the band are making now as solo artists, but still, like, it's still an enjoyable album, and the fact that I can say that I have it in my collection now honestly makes me so happy. I am so happy that I have this. Like, it's like I'm holding the beginning of my teenage years. This is the soundtrack to my life in 2012. This is me saying goodbye to my childhood and hello to my teenage years, and I can actually hold it in my hand, and yeah, I'm just very happy. This will probably be one of the most important records in my collection. It's definitely my most nostalgic record, and yeah, I'm just over the moon that I now have it with me. So yeah, before I go, I'll just show you what you get with the album. So it does come with a free MP3 code. I've already got the songs on my phone, but you know, it's great for people who don't. And then record sleeve, you know, has a picture of them from one of their early photo shoots, as well as lyrics for sides A and B. And then the other sleeve has lyrics for sides C and D, and then all thank you notes from the boys. Yeah, and it's just really, really cute. And this is the back cover, just so you know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. This is like my love letter to this album and to this time in my life. And yeah, I hope that you all are having a lovely day. Bye guys!